Good evening, good evening, good evening. Come into the J Spot, replacing your G Spot every Thursday from 6 to 7, giving you real relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best night of your life. Your host, Jay, and Simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the J Spot on IntellectualRadio.com.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You have entered the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. You all, Lady Lotus will be here after the first half. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to just be here with you. One more day, one more ride home, one more preparing dinner for the family. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay, Grown and Sexy Conversations with the J Spot. Let's see, I'm 30 and up doing us, Tyson Smith, the Real MVPs, Marshall Commandos, 180 Real Talk Chicago, the J Spot page, everybody that rocks with us. Thank you guys so much. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page. Like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. Listen, while you at it, go right around the corner. Boop, boop, boop. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's the J Spot Radio. And then also go right, boop, boop, boop. TikTok. And follow us there, you guys. Like and follow us there. And that's the J Spot. And again, Jay is Jaye. Happy almost end of summer, you all. I hope that you guys have had an amazing summer. Listen, the kids are preparing to go back to school. Listen, let's do a little housekeeping. Want to do a little housekeeping before the kids go back to school. Just a few tips and a few FYIs and things of that nature. So, first, that the school lists are coming out. Now, I don't have any school age kids, but I do have nieces and nephews and things of that nature. So the lists are getting ridiculous. But here's the deal. Like we already know, the lists have been out for years. So it's like, okay, it's not a surprise. Now, some of the items on the list that could be a surprise. But listen, if you've been saving up through the summer and, just doing your due diligence, then, sometimes that makes it a little bit easier. But then it's sometimes, some families, can't really save for the book bags and things of that nature. So please check out your nearest book bag giveaways and things of that nature. And if you guys are giving away book bags and school supplies, please hit us up at the J Spot so that we can make sure that we get that word out so that people can come through and get the supplies that they need for the kids. Now, listen, here's a really important thing. Please, you all, make sure that your kids can read. Please. Listen, there are so many kids that are running around here that cannot read. And if they can read, they're not reading on grade level. These kids should be reading every day, especially since it's the summertime, no less than 30 minutes to an hour. Listen, these kids should be reading. Going to the library should be a normal part of your family's lives outside of what they do in school, because reading is going to carry them so far. Now, let me tell you, it's so sad and it's so heartbreaking and so disappointing because so many kids, listen, they cannot read. Okay, they cannot read. Like I'm around kids a lot, a lot. They can't stay, but I'm around kids and I'm so amazed that, these are good kids and they're good students. But when they were auntie, listen, Ain't he finna put them to the test? Ain't he gonna have you read? First of all, let me tell you something. When you sit them down and have them reading, let me tell you, that is a blessing from above, because that means that all running through your house must cease. Everyone will sit down and have one, maybe two, even three seats, because we're not doing this. So I need you to have a seat and let the good Lord above use you. So I need you to be reading. Everybody has a book. Everybody, if you're in school, you got a book. If you a little baby, we got you somewhere playing with some blocks and things of that nature. So I'm the type of auntie, listen, you have to read so I can know that you can read. So I'm going to let you read silently. But see, then they think that they slick with that silent reading because you don't really know if they read. So I like to have the kids read. So, oftentimes I would hear the kids read, and 100% am I paying attention? No. Until you stumble across some words and you keep stumbling, and I don't know what the heck you just read to me. And that's why I'm just like, okay, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. What the heck did you just read? Because I didn't understand anything that you read, because you mispronounced all the words. It not like nothing was, you didn't read. Like, because I didn't understand what you read. And I'm just like, you know what? A lot of these kids, but these were considered good students. Good students in school. They were considered honor roll students, and the books that they were reading were well below their grade level. So this wasn't even something that should have been complicated, which is why I wanted them to read it aloud. And that's what made me think, like, you know what? We as parents, we have to do better, because here it is. The parents didn't even know that the kids can't read. Your kids can't. I'm like, how are your kids on the honor roll and they can't read? How do you know? How is your kid in third grade and they can't read a first grade book? It's ridiculous. Like, you guys, so we have to do better. We have to turn the TV off. We have to turn the games off, and we got to go back to the basics. We got to make sure the school system is not just passing our kids along to the next grade because they are good students, because they're not a problem in class. That's how a lot of these kids get overlooked, because they don't cause problems. They're on time. They're always quiet. They're doing whatever the teacher wants them to do. They're technically a good student, but academically they're struggling. Academically, they're poor. They're a poor student because they can't read, they can't spell, they can't write, they can't add, they can't. I'm just like, parents, it's us. That's our responsibility. There's no way you got kids that are in fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, going to high school, getting ready to go to high school, and they cannot read at the basic levels. So, guys, this is nothing to be ashamed about, but you have to catch it and we have to nip it in the bud. So, again, some kids have a few more weeks before they go back to school. So, listen, get them. And even during the school year, after they're done with their homework, you still must read. And we got to take the time. I know, listen, the hustle and bustle with life, we're running around, business, work, husband, wife, social life, all this other stuff. We got so much stuff going on. But guys, we cannot let our babies be pushed through the system, because then listen, the first thing they do when they turn 18, you ready to put them out the door. Oh, you 18, you gotta go, you gotta get your, how you putting these people out the door and they can't read? They can't read. They can't write. They can't spell. But you putting them out the door because they 18, so they grown. They grown, so they got to go. But you haven't even made sure that they had a basic education before we throwing them out the door. So we got to do better. Again, we cannot allow our kids to be pushed through the system, and you cannot allow your child's future and your education, the child's education, to be solely in the hands of these teachers because a lot of them don't care. Now, there are some great teachers, there are some great principals, but there are a lot of bad teachers and there are a lot of bad principals that just don't care. There are a lot of people that are just there for a paycheck. So we have to make sure that we are following up and we are on our kids. You got to make sure that they're doing homework every day. Listen, come in. Little Juju, where your homework at, boy? My teacher ain't give us none today. Okay, this Monday. Ain't no homework. So what they do? Okay, so since it ain't no homework, oh, they think they're gonna be in there in the game all night. Honey, no. We don't touch the game until the weekend. So your teacher didn't give you no homework. Good. I got some work over here for you. Guys, listen, I used to buy books that was full of math problems, reading comprehension, everything. I would listen. When you didn't have school, it was still school in my house because education is very seriously. And this gives you a chance to be a part of your kids' life, find out what they got going on in school, find out what their strengths are, find out what their weaknesses are. There should be nothing about your child that somebody else can tell you that you don't already know about your own child if you're taking the time to interact with them. Again, I know it can be difficult, especially with more than one child, more than one job, but guys, we owe it to them. We owe it to our kids to ensure that we are putting them in position to be as successful as possible because it's our responsibility. So again, I implore you to please look at these kids, make sure they can read. If they cannot, listen, start where they are and work your way forward. But again, a good thing, listen, some may hire a tutor or put them in a tutoring program. A lot of schools offer before school tutoring, after school tutoring. It's a lot of programs out there. And if all of that fails, you have to tutor. Now, listen, I will say this. Listen, trying to tutor your own child, it can be kind of risky because the moment they start, I don't know, I don't know what that. I tried to sound it out. My teacher said, so now they getting all these words wrong, right? Because you're trying to help them read. The moment they get back there on them games, baby, they can crack all them codes from the game. They real good and crafty at it. Right there, that tells you there is no learning issue. There's a laziness issue. There's an uninterested they're uninterested in learning how to read because those same skills that they use to crack those computer codes and play those games. And listen, those games can be very intricate and they figure the whole system out. They beat the computer. So if you can beat the computer in the game, you can beat this Curious George book. That's what you're going to do. If you don't beat this book, I'm going to beat you. And that's how it's going to go. Now, see, that's where it get a little tricky at because now you're ready to put your hands on them. And, the law frowns upon that. So I'm going to say use your hands as you govern accordingly. I will say that. But guys, we got to do better. We got to make sure that the system is not pushing these babies through. And you got to make sure that they not slapping these special ed labels on them because they not reading up to grade level because they don't want to. These kids do whatever it is that they want to do, whatever they find interesting, then they're going to do it. And so we have to make education fun. I'm not a teacher. Okay. Because I don't think I have it in me to be a teacher because the stuff that I say is not teacher friendly to the kids. But I'm going to say it, listen, I'm going to say it in love, but it's some stuff that slips out. Now, I'm not a cusser, but it's some other colorful words that I do use that really are not kid appropriate. And they be coming back telling them, Miss Jaye said that you was a bastard. Well, yeah, your mama is, see, so that ain't the right, so you can't go calling the kids mamas a bastards and all this other stuff. It ain't a cuss word, but it ain't a good word for the little kids to be repeating. So, but I love kids. I promise you, I love kids, and I'm just a very good advocate for kids. You can't do no harm to no kid. I don't care how bad they are. Listen, I'll talk about them, but listen, don't you, we not hurting no kids. So I believe in the kids. And the kids, Whitney said it, but some of these kids today, I'm scared to say the same thing. The children are our future, which they truly are. But some of these little jokers, I'm just like, whoo, God, some of these little jokers are a nightmare. So y'all have to work with these nightmares that y'all got raised running around these streets. But again, we have to do our part as parents, as aunties and uncles, and step parents, and just friends. And we have to come together and make sure that our kids are getting the right education. They're getting a great education and not just being passed along. Now, speaking of passed along, you guys, there's a story. This story has went viral. Hey, pretty Barbie, how you doing? There's a story that went viral on social media. It's a picture with a young lady. She works for Costco. And so she is having an issue because she states that Costco, they are body shaming her. The young lady, she's a shapely young lady, very pretty young lady. And she states that Costco is body shaming her because of the attention that she gets when she's working due to her uniform, the way her uniform fits. So the young lady, she went on to say that, there are some things that happen to her in life and people don't understand, her story and what it is that she's been through and that whole 9 yards. So the management at Costco allegedly pulled this young lady into a meeting to discuss her work attire. So she stated that she is following their protocol. So she has on the correct top that they require the employees to wear. She also states that she has on the correct pants that she's required to wear. So she doesn't understand why she was called into the office, regarding her attire. Well, she says it was her body. So she believes that she was body shamed because she was called in for her uniform and the way her uniform fit. Let me talk to you. I'm gonna talk to her just as though she's one of my nieces. Let me say something. Sweet Petunia, baby girl, you were not body shamed. You were not body shamed. Your outfit is inappropriate. Your shirt, the way your shirt fits, it's inappropriate. You may be a size large and you have squads into a small. Again, she's a very attractive young lady. She has a very nice shape. Very nice shape. A very nice thick young lady. Listen, she got the plow. Baby girl got it going on, okay? Got the little waist trainer on up at Costco. Not really sure why you're putting yourself through all of that just, at the job. But anywho, again, very pretty young lady, but baby girl, that's not you. Listen, yes, you are in the correct colors and you are in the correct pants color. You are in the correct uniform. However, you're in the wrong size. See, what we have to stop doing today is we have to stop making everything so political. When you are reprimanded, it's not fun. Nobody likes to be reprimanded. Nobody. When you're being corrected about something, nobody is fun. But here's the thing. There's a difference between your behavior being corrected and then somebody bullying it and picking on you because of how you look or how you sound or the way you dress. You were not being picked on, honey. You were being corrected because your attire is inappropriate. It's inappropriate for the workplace because it's too tight. So if they're telling you, but you want to receive that as though they're harassing you or something, and honey, that's not the case. I saw your uniform and I immediately looked and I'm just like, now, when it's her mama or one of her aunties or somebody gonna tell her you don't dress like that going to work. This is not This is too small. It's too small. You got everything. And listen, this be the tripped out part. If you're the only one at the job in your uniform fit like that, baby, you're not the only young lady at that job that has a nice shape. You're just the only one that went and got a uniform that was 12 size too small. And so now they can see your heartbeat. They can see your who. First, baby, them pants. Listen, my hoo-ha got a headache just looking at how tight them pants are. I'm just, baby girl, how do you do it? And as tight as them pants are. Just hugging, just killing, just choking everything that the good Lord blessed her with, just choking it. So listen, we have to stop that because see what you're doing is now you're making it difficult for other people that may really be in position at work and their employer really is body shaming them. So now you're making it difficult for that person to be able to have somebody to listen to them because you're using it so loosely. Again, when you're reprimanded, that's one thing. You're being corrected because your behavior in your attire is out of order. So you have been reprimanded, you have been corrected. Do not try to put that under the same category as though you are being body shamed. You're not being body shamed. Did they talk about the size of your behind or your body? No, they're talking about how tight your clothes are. And that shirt was tight, and those pants were tight, super tight. And here's the deal: let's not act like that. Let's not act like when you put those pants on, you ain't look in the mirror and be like, "Oh, I'm so thick. Look at this." Because she is. She's a thick shaped young sister, very beautiful young lady, very beautiful. But again, that outfit, we got to stop acting like just because of our shape, we don't have nothing, that there's nothing in the store that can fit us that will look right. You a lie. You a lie. You a lie. You just have to wear your true size. That's what you got to do. Now again, now listen. There are some exceptions to this rule because listen, now some of us have been blessed with a lot more extra cargo at the back than most, okay? Some of us got some extra stuff going on, okay? Some of us. Some of us got, some, and then for those that are going out there and buying extra stuff, it may be hard to fit all that in your true size. But again, you should have thought about that before you going out there knowing that you're going to have to work. You thinking about your club life and your social life, but you're forgetting about, dig, I still got to work a real job with these boobs that I bought. I still got to work a real job with this butt that I bought. So no matter how huge you've got it, it still has to be covered in the workplace because again, it's inappropriate. I mean, let's like for real. We have to be real and we got to be honest about this. Again, we want to make everything so political nowadays. Like we don't want to be corrected about anything. We don't want to be told we're right or wrong or about anything. We just want to be able to do what it is that we want to do. And unfortunately, it doesn't fly like that. And so now, since you don't like that they told you to put some clothes on that you can fit, now you want to cry, oh, well, they body shamed me. And I've been through a lot. Now, I'm not discounting her going through a lot in her lifetime because that may very well be the truth and it may very well be the case. I'm not even attacking it from that. I'm not even going to address that issue because that's not what this was about. She brought that into that to try to justify her tight outfit. And that's the part that I think that's unfair because we do too much. That has nothing to do with them correcting you about your inappropriate tight outfit. So we got to get it together. And again, we have to stop trying to make it seem as though when people are correcting us, just because we don't like what we've been told, now we want to cry victim. No, you were reprimanded. And it just makes me think like, okay, well, dad, Did she ever get in trouble at home? Like, these sound like people that never got in trouble at home, never got yelled at. You don't know how it is, or never received criticism. You did something wrong, I can tell you about it. We live in a society where you can't correct people about anything, what they say, what they do, how they do it, how they dress. You can't correct anybody on anything because it's going to be, like this young lady is saying, body shaming, or it's going to be, everybody always hate these beans, always hate. Ain't nobody hating on you. Ain't nobody hating on you. We're just trying to tell you. Now, you may have a hater here and there, but listen, the world got too much stuff going on for folks to be sitting up here trying to focus on you. Oh, they hating on me. They hating on me. Ain't nobody hating on you. They're saying that the men in the tire section, everybody in the store, listen, these men can't focus on doing their job because this sister is so built and those pants are so tight. And it's just like, again, looking at her, I'm like, I'd be like, give dick. And listen, I'm gonna tell y'all another thing too. If y'all know the pants I'm talking about, if y'all go to some of these Walmarts and y'all see how tight them girl pants, some of them, baby, I'd be like, what a Advil at? Which aisle is the Advil in? They be like, over there in aisle 2. I'm like, it's not for me, it's for you. I don't got no headache. I'm be like, okay. You may not have one now, but that hoo-ha, baby, as tight as them pants are, I know that monkey finna have a headache. Give it about another hour or two. Them pants is too tight. You can't, listen, I know how it is to have on some tight pants and have your hoo-ha have a headache. So that's how I know. So listen, y'all ain't doing nothing new under the sun. I'm just trying to tell you in love that your outfit is out of line and that you need to get a size that's appropriate that you can fit. Again, you cannot wear the body shape that you have a beautiful body. So you cannot wear the fitted out. Listen, you cannot wear the fitted stuff. You cannot wear it to work because you got too much going on. You got too much. You got too much here. You got too much back, girl. You just got too much going on. So stop with all this bull junkie talking about they body shaming you. No, they checking you. You've been checked and you don't like it. And it's too bad, but that's protocol. Again, another word that people don't like. Protocol. We got rules, we got regulations, we got protocol to follow. You cannot do what you want. This is not a do as you want to do type of thing. It's, again, we got to stop playing victim. Everything is not about being victim. Take the criticism, fix it, and get it together and move on. But now this young lady wants to, cry to the world, oh, and I've been through, and granted, listen, see a therapist for that. See a therapist. But this is not for that. That's not for social media. Take your tongue lashing, take your checking. When you get paid, go buy you some pants that you can fit. Go buy you a shirt that you can appropriately fit. Now, the only way that I feel like she may have some wiggle room when she says that, well, my outfit is what they're describing, is if they did not specifically, and it's sad that you have to say this in the employee guide handbooks and things of that nature, but the only thing that I could see that she could possibly have an out with is if they did not specifically mention that the clothes cannot be form-fitting. That's the only out that I see that she could possibly have. That's the only leg that I think that she could possibly have to stand on. But I'm hoping that she's not, trying to sue them, because again, being reprimanded because your pants are too tight, because your hoo-ha is showing, and your buttercups, your peach, your Georgia peach is out. Okay, your Georgia peach can be seen from the time these folks walk to the store to the time they back out there. They back there in the bakery out. Them brothers back there minding their own business, looking at the bagels and the Brussels sprouts, and then they see your Brussels sprout all choked up in your pants, and they like, wait a minute. No doubt, I bet you probably have all the customers coming over there trying to have you to reach up for stuff and bend down for stuff. Girl, you know them doggone pants too tight. You know them pants too tight. Listen, when you go home and take them off at night, you know your body is sighing relief to take them dang on tight pants off and to take that waist trainer off and take that tight shirt off. Again, this is no shade to her because, again, I'll say it before and I'll say it again. She's a very pretty young lady, but she needs her auntie to talk to her. So Auntie Jaye is talking to her. Girl, go get you some pants that you can fit. Go get you a shirt that you can fit. Fix yourself up and get you some. If you got issues about what happened to you, if something happened to you in your childhood, I'm sorry about that. Talk to a professional. But that right there, even more, should make you want to cover up. And I know, again, sometimes it's oftentimes it's the opposite. It makes the young lady want to be more promiscuous. It makes the young lady want to be more out and flamboyant and just show everything off because a lot of times the innocence was taken, and so now you feel in control. So I can show it. Look, it's mine. I can show all that acting out. So you need help on that issue, but don't sit up here and cry body shaming when you've been corrected. Being corrected is one thing. Being body shamed because of the way you're shaped is another. They did not body shame you. They checked your behind because your outfit was too tight. Guys, listen, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have more hot topics to get into. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time.
Loving you has always been easy because it's true. Yeah. I wouldn't have believed if someone would have told me you would come along to reveal my soul. Cause I was done with love, my heart had grown cold. So cold. You had good energy, exactly what I needed. You walked in my life and placed the joy where was needed. Not a mirage, what I feel for you. Put that on God, girl, I'm loving you. Said it's easy, it's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, it's easy to love, easy to love. Oh yeah. Loving you has always been easy cause you're beautiful. Loving you has always been wonderful, more than you'll ever know. We got good chemistry, go together like love sets. The passion and care we show one another tops all the rest. The feelings I have for you, I ain't felt in so long. What we share together, baby, the bond is so strong. It's no facade of what I feel for you. Put that on God, I got love for you. Yeah, said it's easy to love. Easy to love. Said it's easy, baby. It's easy to love. Easy to love. Said it's easy, baby. It's easy to love. Easy to love. Said it's easy. So easy to love. Easy to love you. Loving you has always been easy cause you're beautiful. Loving you, yeah, is what I search my life to do. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. While you're at it, you guys, do me a favor, go to our YouTube page, like and subscribe us there, the J Spot Radio. And then guess what? Go right next door to YouTube, TikTok, boop, boop, and like and follow us there. And again, guys, that's the J Spot. And again, Jay is spelled Jaye. Hey guys, it's me. Now listen, we have the lovely lady, esthetician, Chandler.
Yes.
Mother of them cool dudes.
Ooh,
and little lady. We got Lady Lotus. Hey, Lady Lotus, how you doing?
I'm hot.
Plug the fan. I forgot.
No. Outside. It was just coming here. It was just, ooh.
What?
It's hot outside.
It is? Well, I'm cold.
You always cold.
I know. Don't nobody pay me. Listen. Don't ever ask me what my temperature is, because I'm gonna throw the whole shebang off. So you have to go and find what everybody else is feeling, because what they're feeling 9 times out of 10, they're accurate, but I'm always gonna be off. But guys, listen, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, the Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay. Thank you, 30 and Up Doing Us, Tyson Smith. Thank you, 180 Real Talk Chicago. Thank you, everybody. You got some people that you want to?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I want to thank my glasses. I could read y'all comments today.
Yes.
Comment it up, y'all. Comment it up. Mm-hmm. In the words of Snoop Dogg, I like to thank myself.
Well, I'm with you. Listen, Lady Love is thanking us. Listen, them glasses though, those are, man.
I can't see. I can actually see the letters over there. It's reading up close for me. That's what I need. The glasses for reading.
Right.
And I feel like every time I'm trying to read this phone and I go back and I look at the video, I say, you look like you just can't read, like you just illiterate. And it's not that. I need my glasses to see my phone.
And see, the crazy thing is too, like for me, I'm a double shot, because I have contacts and I still have to have the reading glasses. I'm like, ain't you about you lying? But you know what?
Wait a minute. Wait, I'm confused. So your contacts are what? Just vision?
Right.
So they can't do both in one?
So they told me this is just a part of being in the 30 plus age range. You win some and you lose some. And it's like, no, honey, you got you a double bump. Just like when that foot go out and it's just a part, it's just like the one piece of the car is breaking down and this piece compensates. But you know what? I'm going to go find me another ophthalmologist, because
I think that you should, because these are progressive. These are 3 progressives, because they started out as reading glasses, and it got bad because in school I ain't want nobody talking about me, so I ain't with my glasses. But they're for me to read with. The lower half is for looking down and reading. The top half is for looking at the computer screen. And now I can wear them when I'm driving, because I started having problems with seeing the street signs. I can't see the street sign till I get there.
Yeah, that's always been like that for me. But now I'm just like, I was in the store one day and I'm looking up the ingredients, and I'm like, wait a minute, who done? You son of a guns done.
I know you were lying.
Shrunk the doggone right on the doggone thing.
Bottles, yes.
Up in the thing. And I said, oh no. So when I went to see my the ophthalmologist, they were like, okay, any changes with your vision? I was like, no. I said, well, you know what? Have they made the print?
I can't read any of it. I can't read the ingredients.
They're like, no, it's just age. I said, no, it's just your mom watching.
Right, watch it now. I don't know what that age is, baby.
Be ready for all of that. But again, somebody had posted in the group today, for all my 25 and up people, what's hurting on you today? I'm like, well, where do you want to start? I'm like, it's not,
I didn't even have a comment, because it was just like, today I actually don't hurt.
but my stomach cramping.
Right, man. So that's what I'm
Is
just
cramps
like,
consider hurting and pain?
it is.
I'll be glad when that sister go away. I'll be glad when she pack up her little suitcase.
I told my sister.
Her and her little high flashes and everything that come along with her. I just can't wait for her to pack it up.
I don't know if I'm gonna have hot flashes because I stay cold, so that's what I can't wait to see.
You probably need some hot flashes.
If I'm gonna have some cold flashes, am I gonna get extra cold? Because I've had cold attacks where I've gotten really, really cold. I'm just like,
you get the goosebumps and everything.
Oh no, this was like put on 12 layers of covers, and I'm like, and I still can't get hot, but that's because I know, I'm like, ooh, that's
I believe you to order them iron pills now. I didn't send you the link.
Yeah, and I do. I have to.
I wish you would. Just give it a 30-day trial review.
I got to. But now, speaking of, as we talk about 30-day trial reviews and just trialing, you all, we just have to do better, okay? Because sometimes some of us, we just don't make it any better for the rest of us. So now let me ask this. So what do you guys think about meeting people over social media and then they're not what you are expecting when you actually see them? So you've been catfished, or not even catfished, but you've been filterized, because some people, we're getting a little bit too carried away with these filters.
Yes.
So I can't even say it's catfishing because it's the actual person.
I still feel like it's catfishing because it's not how you look. If every last one of your pictures are filters, you're still catfishing that person to believe that you look the way that filter is showing.
It's like, I personally, I hate filters. I'm like, listen, take me as I am. This big pimple that I had, put the toothpaste on it like you used to do in high school. I'm like, why am I getting up? Who gets pimple? Then I said, well, whatever. I already know what a pimple coming. But you don't look the same. I'm like, listen, we're living in a day and time where everybody wants to be perfect. Like, there's no such thing. Like, just, it's so much. Listen, this world gonna get whatever it is that I give it. Whatever my bro don't naturally hold up, it doesn't matter. Whatever this tank top don't naturally, whatever, when I do a detox, whatever it don't get rid of, then oh well. So listen, so
be it.
So be it. But I'm not going through all of this, because I find myself, if I feel weird looking at you as a woman, and I'm just like, oh, dang, because all I've seen is all these filters. I know how the brothers feel.
So I got two things with it. One, if I show up, if I was a man and I showed up and you did not look as if you presented to me, I'm leaving. What'd he say?
No, I'm laughing at you.
I'm leaving. I'm gone. The catfishing thing, all of that, if you have to lie, because that's your first lie. And I don't do liars. So I'm gone. You misrepresented. Misrepresentation, I'm out. The second thing is I love filters, but I don't.
You do the funny filters.
I do the funny filters. Now, if I'm out, for the birthday, I did have on the cute filter, because, sometimes I want to suck up that little, that little double chin, but all of my pictures are not filtered pictures. Mm-hmm. So you're going to go and you're going to say, oh, that's the real her. I do videos, all of that. So you're going to get it. But I feel like for some of these women who are constantly, every single picture is a filter. You have looked at that filter and realized, or let that filter convince you that you are ugly in how you look. So now when you look at yourself, because I went through that, I would look at myself and be like, I ain't posting no picture today. I'm not cute. But it's because of the filters that just takes away everything, and it take the chin up for you like this. It gives you all of that. So I had to stop playing around with those filters, and I just use the fun ones.
Like I say, first of all, I'm like, I'm just like, I'll be ready to go. Like if I adjust it, if I feel like it's too dark, like the background, because somebody, I don't know, one of these kids done changed the setting on my phone. That doggone, I don't know, like who. I got a good idea. It's only one person that could
don't attack her.
It's only one person that could have did it, but
you have no proof.
Right, that's why
the gloves do not fit. You must have quit.
Which is why I haven't even asked her, because I'm just like, from time I learned the last time from asking her, but I was like, now my phone is set on something crazy where the timer and everything is done. I'm just like, who did this to my phone? Like, why is the phone acting like
5 minutes before it clicked?
I'm like, who got time for? So that's the only reason why. So it's, I have to just figure that out. But as far as just to enhance, I'm just like, listen, if I look like I'm asleep, then so be it. Whatever it is, again, whatever this world give to you, that's what you're gonna receive, beloved. You're gonna receive it. But we gotta do better with these filters. But the lady, she met this guy on social media. And so she was using filters all the time. And so when she showed up to meet him,
oh dang,
baby, she was natural. Like she didn't even
She gave him Erykah Badu.
Girl, she didn't even try to put on not a dab of lip gloss. No, nothing.
She done came up in here like I did today, y'all. Nothing. I didn't even put on the mascara today.
This chick didn't nothing. And he was like, hold up. He was like, man, he was like, what happened to you? Like, what happened to the lady with the luscious lips and all of this? And then she had an accent, so she was from Nigeria.
Oh, she know trickery with makeup anyway.
So she's like, so he's upset because he's like, she deceived him with all those filters and all this and that. And he was like, man, you got to get up out my car. Baby, this chick left the seat back. She was like, I'm not getting up out of nowhere. She was like, she was like, I look the same way I looked in them pictures. Baby, this lady would not get out this man's car. He trying to put her out. And then she was like, you said I'm catfishing. You catfishing. You don't got no money. You ain't got all of the stuff that you said that you got. Look at this car. You said that you had this kind of job. You the one. I said, Lord.
I am so glad that I do not have to be involved in any of this shenanigans, conundrums, nor malarkey.
And this is what I say. This is what I tell y'all. This bull junkie, this dating pool,
what you call it, the feces pool, the feces.
It's fecal matter. It's
fecal matter. The fecal matter pool.
It's full of fecal matter, and I'm just like, we have to do better. If you're going to now, first of all, I think it was both of their faults, because again, we have too much technology. Before I even meet you, we have to do a video chat. I need to see. Yes, I am shallow. I need to see the full entire. I need to see everything. Be like, all right, turn around. Let me see how you SpongeBob or you got a Georgia Peach. Because if you
SpongeBob or Georgia,
Georgia Peach,
I got you.
SpongeBob is just flat up and down. You're straight. You're just flat at the back. I didn't sign up for that. I wanted a Georgia Peach or at least a lemon.
I don't want no Georgia Peach either. My man butt shouldn't be sexier than mine. No,
I'm saying that's what he's telling her.
Oh,
he didn't sign up for no SpongeBob from her. No. So we're not doing that. And then listen, for the fellas, okay? We need a height check. We need to stand against the door, the doorpost. We're gonna need some verification, okay? Listen. And then look, I don't know about y'all, but I'm big on nails. Like,
yes,
they got them nails where they call them booty diggers. They don't just. You may want to leave people alone that got those nails like that, because I'm gonna tell you that's associated with a mental and a nervous condition.
Yeah, they nerves bad.
Real bad. So you walk up in there with no filter and they lie to still on you because you looking like Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers or something. That's not what they signed up for. So stop playing with people like that.
You know what?
But
You know what?
we're not doing that.
We're not gonna do them dirty nails either.
Filthy nails.
I don't care if you worked on. Well, I'm gonna just tell you. I don't care if you work on cars all day. You better get that scrubby brush. You better get some Dawn and soak your nails in the Dawn like they do on the commercials or something. Clean your nails, okay? Because we don't want to see your little dirty nails all around the cuticle. It's just dirty because you don't know how to get the oil out. Ugh.
You need some
Then
help.
you won't touch my hair. You want to
caress me.
put them fingers somewhere they don't belong, and they just look like that.
You will be getting no play over here. So again, guys, we just gotta, look, this is what it is. Listen, forehead and all, this is what it is, so, we're not gonna do no filters. This is just, this is just what it is, waist trainers. I'm not doing all that.
I'm putting my waist trainer back on next week.
I'm not. I
ain't going on no date with no waist trainer
in the house,
on. But in the house,
work I'm doing in the house, that's fine. But when I go out in public, because I need to be able to breathe. First of all, I talk too doggone much. That the waist trainer is. Yeah, I know.
Girl, them things is horrible.
And it just constricts, and you just be like,
I don't even know how they let them things come back out. It's not the waist trainers. It's these. They're going to try to change the name of. They're called corsets. And you remember they banned them because women were falling out and they were actually reconstructing the organs.
Yep.
And somehow they have allowed this to happen again. Now, if it's the one you just strap it on and strap it around you, you're supposed to work out in it. You walk around the house in it for a couple of hours, but y'all shouldn't be going on no dates with them things.
And they're definitely going on the dates with them. They're going. It's like it's
brought the 1800 back. They might as well put the white wig on.
Yeah, it's too much because again, it's just it's
you
too
like
much.
This. It's you like this all day. You can't breathe. You can't even hug the man.
And it's like, and then you can't even pass gas because it's stuck. Because it's stuck up on top. It should be in your stomach trying to come out, but now it's sitting in your kidney. So now it's blocked. So now when you get home, now you're going to be sick and you may have to go to the hospital because you couldn't get that gas out because your insides were so confused. Your kidney is like, well, I'm supposed to be back here, but the thing's so tight it done. Listen,
you done shifted it all.
We go through too much to try to be beautiful just for all this fecal matter in the dating pool. So again, you have to just listen. Say, listen, you know what? I'm going to take myself out of this bull junkie. I'm not going to give over to the stress of playing with these people. I'm going to stop playing with these people because, stop playing with these people and just, you know what? Listen, I'm going to embrace myself because I love how I look. I love how I am. And if I'm not what they're looking for, then you know what? You deserve to find somebody that's going to appreciate you for you. But going through all of these crazy changes just to get somebody's attention, you really don't have their attention. Whatever it is that you use to bait them with, that's what has their attention. That's what they're captivated by. That's what they're interested in. They're not interested in you. They're interested in what you sold them. And you didn't sell them on who you really are. So now you've done yourself a grave disservice because you thinking that you got somebody, but then when they meet you.
And you got to keep that charade up. Because once you drop that charade, you've lost his attention or her attention because you represented something different. You brought, as Mans would say, you brought your representation.
And it's not good enough.
And your representation is not who you are, even if it's not good enough. The representation is not who you are.
And it's some bull junkie. You sit up here tricking people. Again, just like he come and, again, sometimes I'll just be feeling so bad, with all of the weave and all of this other stuff that we have, that women have. We got so much going on, baby. We can hide some stuff. But, every now and then, the truth will come out. So, it's just like, listen, let's just be upfront with each other. Can I share my world with you? Can I share that, this this voluptuous butt right here that you thought was really mine. I got it from Discovery. I got it for Discovery. It was $6.99 a piece. It was $6.99 for bada bing and $6.99 for bada boom. And now here you are, and you just got the greatest, the best shape in the world. But when you go through all of those measures again, you got to ask yourself, why do I feel like I'm not enough? Why do I feel as though I have to go through all of this just to get somebody's attention? And then when you get their attention, again, like Lady Loda said, you have to keep up with that in order to keep them interested, because again, that's what they were interested in. So they really never got to know who you are because you sold them something else. You sold them a representative. Yeah. So now that's who they want, the representative. And you can't get mad when now you try to ease yourself on in there. Well, you're not who they signed up for.
Nope. Because you getting plain Jane over here. But he say, Patsy plain Jane. And when we going out on a date, I'm going to dress up. If we not going on no date, I'm not dressing up. I'll do that dress up all day, every day. I'm not dressing up to go to the grocery store. I am not. This is what you get. Listen, I was gonna do all that, coming up in here cute all the time, trying to put some makeup on. That is not me. That is not I got
different modes. I dress according to the occupation.
Yes.
So
how I feel.
So I'm coming up in here. So I'm like, I got enough time now, especially now from working from home. So now I can change and transform into Jaye. But earlier I was the cleaning lady. So
tell you.
I was out there, listen, but I'm just like,
don't be walking up on us expecting us to be what you see every day.
Because I'm just like, I don't even think I had on the right pair of socks. They was clean, but I think I had on a striped sock and a black sock because I had to go get the laundry, jump the laundry off, do all this other stuff for the Airbnb. So I'm like, yeah, how you doing?
I wanted to work with a skirt on today. When I tell you, people was.
Did you?
Well, it's an all black day and I had to wear black. So the black skirt was first thing I saw. Threw some shorts on up under it so I could still feel like me.
Listen, I told her I'm only wear a skirt. I said I only wear skirts and dresses in the summertime, in the springtime, summer and spring. Well, mainly summer.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, in that wintertime,
I ain't doing it.
My hoochie is not going to be freezing out in these dresses. I'm sorry. I am just not doing it. My butt cheek. Let me tell you, have you ever had your butt cheeks freeze from in that freeze?
Well, let me tell you, this polar thing at my job, that thing wears them little, I don't even know how she still got a job. She lucky I ain't down there because I trick. But she always at work with them little go-go boots on. With a little skirt, with the little skirt, she's SpongeBob, so she could get away with it. But it's 30 degrees outside, ma'am. You don't have on no tights, no stockings. You just in here go booting it away, and go skirting it. She looked like the B-52s, and I just look at her like you.
And you just gonna pull it.
She beyond trying to get chosen. She just trying to get ran over.
I'm like, I know, and I'm like, you can't tell me that thing ain't. You
Baby,
can't tell me that thing ain't.
I don't care
froze.
if that Uber picked you up directly in front of that building. You still got to walk 10 steps from that door thing, to that car.
And when this Chicago Hawk hit, baby, that Hawk is disrespectful. And it's taking everything that's not covered, and it will freeze it up instantly. And speaking of freezing up instantly, I freeze up instantly in situations like this. So now, you attend a dinner with 15 other friends and associates.
Oh, baby.
You don't have a huge appetite, so you order a salad and water, which comes out to about $30. While everybody else is having steak, lobster, filet mignon, baby, they drinking it up, shots here, toast there. So when the bill comes, it's $1,500. So what do you do in that situation when you're a person that and this hit home for me because I don't drink, I don't do all of that. So I'm just like, yes. So let's talk about what should you do in this situation. So should that person just pay for their $30 for their meal and let everybody else split the bill? Or do you split the bill the 15 ways equally because you guys are all a part of the same party? What is the etiquette for that? What do you, what is the etiquette for that? You're out with a big party.
I'm just going to say know your friends. Know who you're going outside with, because my main circle, my main crew, we split bills. It doesn't matter how much you ate, what you didn't eat, what you didn't feel like eating. I didn't drink today. It doesn't matter. We split the bill. Nobody's trying to go all crazy and order crazy things because we're splitting a bill, but that's our etiquette. That's what we do. Now, if we bring somebody in the circle that may not know it, then you inform that person, hey, when we go out to eat, we split the bill. Now, if you one of them people, hey, you got invited in, then your friend should go and take your little money and take you in. Because we going to talk about you. Right. We somebody got kicked out the circle because every time we go out to eat, I only had a salad and I only had, don't come out with us no more. Don't do it. Right. Especially when it's somebody's birthday, because the birthday person not eating. So when you do that, you're saying, I'm not even going to feed the birthday person. The birthday person not paying. Mm-hmm. So if the birthday person had 10 drinks, we all paying for them. Know your friends. I know my friends that we not splitting the bill. So I'm already ready. Like, okay, here go my money or this. You can separate the bill. Know your friends.
So Lakeisha House, she said,
Hey, Keisha.
She said, before you finish, separate checks. She said it would be different if we discussed it beforehand.
Exactly.
So again, for me, that fell in the conversation. That was like definitely me, because I'm just like, now listen, I'm sitting up here with all these drinkers, and
we did you like that for my birthday, didn't we?
No, but y'all already had told me how much it was gonna be, and I had already told me, so I had already knew what to expect.
I was about to apologize. I'm sorry because I brought you in on that.
No, I was gonna add before I read Akeisha's comment. I meant to say that y'all did tell me about that, so I was already prepared. But I'm like, what I typically do is, I wouldn't, depending on what it is, like, and I know that the whole party, everybody is drinking, and I wouldn't eat. Like, because I'm not a big dinner time. Like, now, if it's my baby, now this is a whole different show out. But typically for dinner type,
you don't eat that much.
I can take it or leave it. So I'll be like, you know what? I won't order anything, but I'll still be sociable. So nobody has to not be awkward, and nobody won't even know that, dang, she ain't. I have a cranberry juice.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I don't like depending on that. And like you said, know your friends. I don't want to go with everybody, because when y'all get the split here, no. Let's talk about that. Like Lakeisha said beforehand. Let's talk about that.
It becomes too much.
And then again, but as a non-drinker, some folks be listen, them drinks are more.
Yeah, the drinks are more than the food.
I wish I would split a bill, and y'all just chugging them down
and taking shots. That's why I feel, for me, the proper etiquette is to discuss it. If there's someone coming that's outside of your circle that does not know what your circle do. Like, I don't know if this came from that little video. I seen the video where the girls went all out to eat and the boys was recording them, and they was like telling the girls, y'all eating steaks and lobsters and all we had was cheeseburgers and french fries. And one of the girls looked at him and said, every time we go out, we split the bill. And it was the only people that was complaining was the boys. Because I don't know if men do that or not. I'm not going to speak on them. But those fellas had to be outsiders to the group. Right. Because the girls was like, this is what we do. We do this. And the boys was like, no, I only ate a burger. I only had french fries and a soda. I'm not. But y'all didn't discuss this beforehand. When you invite somebody, that's just like inviting somebody on vacation with your friends that they don't know. You have to inform people what they getting into. Don't be bringing nobody outside with me that don't know I'm loud, because I'm loud. And if they tell me to be quiet or she too loud, now I'm about to take it up another notch, because you ain't even got no business here, because I am loud and I'm going to be loud.
And you know what? And it's just like, with that, just piggyback on what you just said, fellas, what Lady Lotus just said, again, you can see we're paying more than $40 going out without y'all. So it's just like, okay, we're paying bills. So we are used to paying our own bills. So ain't nobody trying to go out with you just for no free meal, because again, girls' nights are happening all over, any day, anytime. Listen, people
when we kick it at home, we spending more than $40 a piece just to kick it at home together, because we all walking in the door with something.
My sister, Leanna, she said, pay your part and put something on the tip.
See, that's where I got a problem at right there. Them heifers that pay their part and forget about the taxes and the tip.
Yeah.
How you ain't gonna tip? And you be quiet, because I know you ain't doing it anyway. I already know you. You my friend. I'm going to tell the whole crew. She coming with us. She don't drink, and she's not tipping. She don't care. That's their job. That's what they do.
Unless they do a good job, like they're really nice. And I'm like, okay, but I feel like you have to give me an experience. Like, nobody tips me at work. I'm like,
I get that. But that would be something to tell the crew or whoever we going with that you're not doing that, because I brought you in. But I can't stand those people.
Keisha, y'all didn't tell me she told y'all I don't tip. Now y'all,
I didn't. Keisha,
you told
with that, I didn't tell them, because the tip was gonna be included. Gratuity is included in brunch,
because they gratuitized.
All we do is count heads, get the bill, split the bill. It doesn't. We just took Erica out for her birthday. We went to the Chinese restaurant.
But I'm doing better though.
That bill was about $400, and it got split between everybody at that table minus the birthday girl. And one of the fellas, he had just got there. But it's all, you order your food and it's enough food to share. But he ate, but he didn't drink or anything like that. And I looked at her and I said, he's splitting the bill with us. And she said, he at this table, he is. Okay, count it up, split it up.
I don't know, because this something I think that, again, you just have to know who you're going out with, because again, these bills went for me, like I said, by not being a drinker and being out with drinkers, those bills can get very costly. And I'm just like, okay, I ain't even had nothing but a cup of water. I don't mind going in. Like, if I sat there at the table enjoying conversation, I'm gonna contribute something.
Right.
I'm not gonna just sit there and
but
not
you shouldn't be responsible for our alcohol.
The entire bill, because all of these, I'm like, thousands of, these people.
I've seen some bills, and I'm a drinker, but I have learned, even when I take myself out on a date, I have learned my food wasn't even $20, and I just spent $70 because I had 3 or 4 drinks, when I could have just went to the liquor store, got me a bottle, put some pineapple juice with that tequila, and I'd have been happy. Because y'all, listen, Lady Lotus, tip of the day. You buy them bottles or you buy those drinks and you sit there and you eat that food. When you leave out that restaurant, you don't really feel that liquor anymore.
Wait, so Lakeisha, she's saying I tip because they make so little and they have to share the tip with other employees. Oh, I didn't know that.
They do. Okay. They split their tips in a box.
In the past, as a server, I made $3.19 and had to report and share my tips. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Okay. So I'm going to have to do, okay.
I told you them people don't make but about $4 an hour.
But I didn't know that they had to split their tips.
Some jobs do. Even the bartenders, when you putting that money in them cups, all of them on that shift split. That's why y'all want to tip. Y'all want to know how to get drunk at the club. You take $20, right? You fold that $20 up. You stick it in your hand like this. And then you shake your bartender hand. So now that bartender going to slip that 20 in their pocket.
Like grandma used to do.
Yes, grandma give your money. Don't tell your brother I gave you that money.
Yes. Grandma.
Let me tell you, that's how fancy. If you out there, girl, I remember you from the boutique.
That's how my grandma used to do. Boy, my grandma.
Slip that money. You going to feel good for the rest of the night.
Yes, you sure will. And that's, I would do that. Now that I know that they have to split the tips. Okay. I'll do better. But I do, like I say, in the past year or so, I've like, okay, whatever. I mean, but if you got just a stanky attitude, you're not getting nothing but me.
I'm gonna start out with 10. Now it's up to you if I might go over the top because you went over the top. But baby, you don't offer me no water. $2 deducted.
But it just depends on.
Don't come back and ask me if my food tastes good. $2, it's gone. I ain't gonna leave without giving you at least 5. But you started at 10.
If they attentive and like I say, so lately, like the places that I've been going, like people have been. Like they've been on it. Like I'm just like, oh, okay, man, you're so nice talking and just making you feel comfortable. Yeah. So now I have felt myself being, a little bit more flexible. But I'm like, if you just a tightwad, you got an attitude, you don't want to be here. You not like you forgot that we were over here,
or you give us the black people don't tip treatment. Have you experienced that?
I'm like
I've experienced it with my own. Me and Marissa, we was at IHOP. We got locked out the house. Larry and them always in the house, knocked out. So I'm like, forget it, Marissa, let's go over here, go eat at IHOP. And it was a table of them, and it was us. Me and Marissa, we eat a lot. We ordered a lot of food, and he's just so concerned about me and her eating everything that we order. And he's just over there, how are you guys doing? Are you guys okay? Are you straight? Are you heavy? Are you here? And we not getting nothing. And I told him, I said, your tip started out at 20 because I lived across the street from that IHOP. So I was known to go in there and chill and talk to them and spend time with them. I always start out over there at 20. Gave this little boy about $40 one day. You could hear the chitter chatter in the back. But that's how I give. I had to stop giving to the homeless people downtown that was taking my money and going to the liquor store. So at least now I'm doing my tithing or whatever you want to call it, my community service with a tip. You can community service with a tip, y'all.
Oh.
Yeah, that's your community service. You did something good for somebody for the day. Jesus just struck your heart with a blessing. Allah, Buddha, the lady with all the arms, Oshkosh, all of them.
These gotta get. I think our connection is losing over there. But it's like it's crazy.
Which one is that?
That's the page, the J spot right there. So it's just like we have to just again discuss that. But again, that was definitely a great point to bring up that, tipping, that they have to share the tips. But, guess what, guys? Speaking of sharing the tips, tonight we're talking about, should polygamy be embraced? And now you may be saying, now, Jay, what does sharing the tip got to do with anything?
Because you're sharing the tip.
And then some. And then some. So it's just like we have to get into this. And I wanted to make sure we had enough time to discuss this foolery, because I think I may have to take one of those. Maybe
I don't know how to turn my phone around. Oh, there you go.
I have to probably disconnect one of these because they're hold on, y'all. Sorry. I think it probably. I'll probably take this.
Y'all go to Lady Lotus. I'm live in the group.
I'm gonna take that one off and see maybe because the connection is not. Oh no. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, it cut it out completely.
You prove me wrong. This ain't a regular love, babe. It's that waking out your sleep with me massaging your feet, shit, babe. It's that anything you want, I'm only here to please, shit, baby. You're in my command. Your kiss sends me a shot of dopamine. Oh no, I never had an interest in love until I met you. And I don't know if it's real or is it just a phase I go through, but I feel that it's true. We don't need no labels, baby.
Sorry guys, I had lost my connection on the other feed, so I tried to get up and figure out what was going on with the other page. But listen, first of all, we're talking about, should polygamy be embraced? Now, I know you may be saying, Jay, well, what is polygamy and all this and that? So, again, we did some research like we always do. And polygamy, according to an online source, polygamy is the practice of, and here's a key word that a lot of these people don't have down packed, but polygamy is the practice of marrying multiple spouses at one time. Marrying multiple spouses at one time. A threesome is not a polygamous relationship. It's just a threesome. See, a lot of people have gotten the game twisted and thinking just because, can you plug that cord back up? I don't know if you took it out because that one went dark right there. It ain't even on no more. You cut it off. Oh, that one shut down. You guys, it's just all kinds of stuff going on up here. But so polygamy, again, a lot of times people think that because you have multiple people that you're giving that baby to, that you're in a polygamous relationship.
You're not.
But it's not. You're just having sex with them. You're just having sex with multiple people, and they may be okay with you having sex with multiple people at one time, and it's
so
okay.
We call that a multiple situation. Multiple situationship.
That could be. I think that's
a
situation.
Multiple situationship.
A situationship squared. High five! Yes. It is a situation. See, I was paying attention in algebra.
Yes, I wasn't.
A situationship squared. Now run tell that. Run tell them people that. She said a situationship squared. That's what it is if you're not married. Now, let's talk about the flip side to polygamy, which would be monogamy. According to an online source, monogamy is the practice or state of being married to or having sexual relationship with only one partner. So polygamy is multiple spouses, not just and just getting it in. And then monogamy is
a monogamous.
You got one person.
Who knows?
So let's talk about this. There's a shortage of, they're saying it's a shortage of good men. There's a shortage of men. There's a shortage. Listen, there's a shortage of everything but bull junkie. That's the only thing it seems like. There's a huge supply of foolery. There's a huge supply of bull junkie, but everything else that is good that we need, there's a shortage of it.
You know what? It's a large supply of
what?
Hoes.
Dusted.
Male and female hoes. Garden utensils. It's a whole supply of them. They is everywhere. They under the couch. They hiding in your window. They down the street. They sit next to you at work. Girl, they playing with your kids.
Now listen, could you be in a polygamous relationship?
You ain't even got to complete it. No.
Why not?
Because I'm not sharing. I'm not sitting in there playing with them kids while Karen back there getting her hoo-ha played around, tossed around, and all that other stuff.
It ain't your day, though.
I don't care if it's not my day. My day is every day.
You have your turn.
I don't even like sharing my man with our kid.
Don't be like that. See, polygamy is going to help the shortage. Now, here's how.
No, it don't. A shortage of what? Intelligence?
A shortage of the women not having husbands. Now, here's
they ain't got no husbands because they being picky.
So, because they being picky.
They standards is like way higher than the dudes that they actually hanging around.
Good point.
You can't be sitting up here looking for Will Smith, but you down here on 35th Street hanging with DeWan.
See, now I look at this when am talking and you getting to know a dude, this is a question that I ask. You know, I need to know, are you for the, because again, there's fecal matter all in this dating pool. Like the bull junkie is real. So I just need to know, because some people, listen, I have come into contact with some of these men that are under the impression that a threesome is a polygamous relationship.
No,
so again,
not. It's a threesome.
So that's why now, you know, I like to have my questions go a little bit more off the deep end, just so that I don't have to worry about dealing with this bull junkie on the back end. So I like to ask certain things up front, because I'm just like, look, I don't want to be sitting up here starting to like you. Then you hit me with that bull junkie. Now I'm just like, dang, I don't waste 4 months on this bull junk because he playing these doggone games. Well, yeah, you know, I believe in polygamy. Oh, do you really? So then when I start breaking down what polygamy really is, I'm like, you're not looking for polygamy. You're looking for a threesome.
You're looking for a wife and 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 girlfriends. You're not even really looking for a wife. You just want a bunch of girlfriends. You want everybody to be okay and fine with the fact that they sharing a bowl of Fruit Loops.
So I'm just like, okay, so when you think about polygamy in the whole setup, like the whole really setup, who does polygamy really benefit? Does it benefit the men? Does it benefit women? Or does it benefit both? Is polygamy beneficial, and should we, at this point, listen, you got, because it's like now you got all these other not only first was it a shortage of Black men, now it's even more, because you know, we just have all these different sexualities and identifications and categories and just
don't go there.
All of this other stuff going on. So now that pool is dwindling even more. So when you think about it, it's just like, okay, should we really be shunning polygamy?
I don't feel like we should shun it. I feel like it's one of those to each his own. But you need to do it correctly. If you're going to call yourself a polygamist, look up the definition and do it properly. Don't do it for your man parts or for your woman part, or as a woman to hold on to this man, because as a whole, it will benefit the family if done correctly, because we said it before, in polygamy, each wife brings something that the other wife is not bringing.
Okay, so first can you see if you can reset that one, that middle one, that's Grown and Sexy, because that stopped. Yeah, you can post now, but then see if you can go back live on your glasses.
No, I just keep hearing that.
So here's the thing. So let's just go back for a bit and let's just never delete.
Oh, shoot.
That's fine. But it's like when you go through, so when you think about polygamy, the first thing, you got to scroll it up.
It's not.
Oh, okay. So now just do the back arrow. Yeah. And then
it's still saying trying to reconnect.
That's a mess. But when you think about polygamy and the entire concept of polygamy, first of all, in traditional polygamy and polygamous relationships and marriages, your partner, you don't choose your partner. The elders choose your partner. So the village, and you have people coming together to set up so you have people coming together that will give you a wife and choose who your wives would be. You don't get to pick Big Booty Judy because you want Big Booty Judy to be one of your wives because she got a big booty. You want this one to be your wife because she do this thing that you like with her tongue and all. See, all of that is wrong. You don't choose.
And another thing, another way of it is the first wife chooses the second wife, and the council of the village approves that wife. And meaning that wife is bringing to the table what that family is missing.
Right. So
not her looks.
In all of this, but the thing is, but what we're going around calling polygamy, when you see all these videos and things of that nature with these so-called polygamous relationships, that's not what the basis of polygamy is. You're just showing, like, it's a video with the lady saying that, you know, she was in a polygamous relationship and she had all her guys and everything, but that's not what the basis of polygamy is. So when you think of,
go watch Sister Wives, y'all. Watch it if you need a class.
Really, what it is, it's just like, okay, this is what the structure is. So again, you have the village, they're choosing your wife. You have other people choosing it. It's not chosen and it's not set up based upon your sexual gratification or your sexual attractiveness. It's the basis of polygamy is for the building of families and the building up of the communities. So this household, man, you got, for polygamy, you got the husband and then you got the different wives, but they all bring to the household maybe a different skill. It's everything.
It's not even about personality. I mean, of course, everybody got to blend, but in that structure this one is the teacher. This one is the cook. This one is the nurturer. She nurtures the family, you know, in those different aspects.
Then you got the one that's you got the security guard, you got the no limit soldier, you got all of these.
I would be the no limit soldier.
So you get all of these different personalities. Now that's polygamy. So I asked, who does polygamy benefit more? Do it benefit men more, or do it benefit women more, or do it benefit both? Because again, when we think of polygamy, we're almost always
thinking about sex.
And we're always thinking about the man with the multiple wives. So polygamy is, in my opinion, it benefits men the most because, again, they get the man and then he has the multiple wives. But we don't really discuss an alternative to polygamy, which is another form of a poly relationship, which is called polygyny. And polygyny is a woman taking 2 or more husbands. So,
preacher.
We always talk about polygamy, that's the most common form of a poly relationship. But let's talk about polygyny. So for all these brothers that are interested in the poly lifestyle, see, when you start talking about, this is where the contradictions start to come aboard, and this is where you see the foolery start to come out, because they want to have a conversation about a poly lifestyle because they only familiar with them having multiple wives. Okay, yeah, we like that. Oh, no, brother, you're gonna be one of my husbands.
Yes,
okay?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have, so let's entertain that. So fellas, could you entertain a polygyny lifestyle?
Inquiring minds want to know.
Which means that your wife has multiple husbands. Just like, here's the thing. You can't be open to a polyamorous.
But they can, because you know why? They want to have threesomes with Big Booty Judy, Diane. But then when that woman say, well, Bush coming around here next week.
Right, that's why
they're not doing that.
Right, but that's why I say you can't say that you're open to a poly relationship and not be open to the polygyny part of a polygamous relationship. Cannot be, because there go that. Oh, well, men ain't.
We all built the same.
Okay, if it's good enough for you. If it's good enough for her, then it should be good enough for you.
If it's good enough for the goose, it's good enough for the gander.
And as they say, it ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. So,
and your homies can't have none.
So again, fellas, is this something? Because again, you got them. So I'm polyamorous. Are you?
I think that the fellas who do this found a new word, and they feel like it's a big word. And they like the way it sounds. Because they did no research.
At all.
Google was not fundamental.
No.
Nor was Siri, because they did not look up what this really means. It's one of my little TV shows I like. This little boy spent the whole show every time he introduced himself to somebody, and I'm a polyamorous man. You're not, because you're not married. You would like to be a polyamorous man.
But see, I wouldn't even say you would like to be a polyamorous man. You just you like having threesomes, or you like to just date multiple people.
But in truth, if that's what he want, not saying it in that way, but you want multiple wives, say it, because everybody that's using this term can't even afford the chicks.
You can't even afford what you get.
Can't even afford yourself. You complaining about a $40 date.
The one chick that you got,
you can't even buy the pads I wear. They cost so much money.
And you want to, what she bring to the table? Sir, you have to be able to afford, and you made a great point, Lady Lotus. That's one of the things. You have to be able to afford a family. So it's like you're talking about
the children that might pop out.
That's gonna come out these. So you up in here, you done got wife A pregnant in January. Wife B, she got pregnant in March. You expecting 4 kids in 1 year. And you complaining about $40.
And the government is not taking care of your poly kids.
At all. But again, like you said, in theory, when you think about it, well, when a lot of men think about, oh man, I get to be with her, her. Again, that's not what the basis of these poly relationships are even about. It might be a benefit, but then listen, some of y'all, look, we're gonna be honest. In this 30 plus age range, we're gonna be real honest. We're gonna tell the truth and shame the devil. Y'all can't even keep up with the one woman sexually that you got. You tapping out in 2 seconds, you tapping out, and you talking about having 3 wives and 4 wives. What you gonna do? You still haven't recuperated from round 1 with your wife number 1. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with another wife? What incarnation are you going to do with another wife when you are tapping out already? You tapping out.
And poly marriages is not about everybody sleeping together. It's not.
Again, we're forgetting about the biggest part of it, which is building.
Yeah.
It's building a family. It's building communities. It's designed for the women that don't have a husband to possibly get so they won't be out here. They'll be able to have more. They'll be able to have kids, and you'll be able to build up this community. But again, somebody said that Nick Cannon is a good example of what a polygamist.
He is not. He's just sleeping with women, and they're sleeping with him, and he is multiplying.
And baby, listen, he is fruitful and
baby,
fruitile.
He gonna make sure he leave his mark on this world. He has left it,
and this man got multiple children out here. But again,
and I don't know what made me do it, but I just looked up Nick Cannon's kids. And I looked at their birthdays.
They about 5 minutes apart.
Girl, 2 minutes. And it's twins. And then it's this one and it's that one. And then the second or the third baby mama came back for some more. And I'm not mad at him and I'm not mad at them because they all happy. The one little poor baby that got hurt throughout all of this, I pray, she pick herself up and she get in her emotions and get better. But that man got money to make babies and drop them off wherever he want to drop them off at. He in his kids' lives. He's doing what he's doing. You cannot be like him. You can't do what he's doing. Quit using him as an example. He is not in a poly.
No,
he is not. He's just dropping stuff off at the door and making babies.
He got that community. He got that community.
He's the type of man that you would say you have to wear a condom and he's going to laugh at you and you should run.
That thing been dipping in and out everywhere. That brother been dipping in and out. So it's just like,
I wouldn't let him touch me with a 6-foot pole if he stood next to me. Hey Nick, how you doing? What up, homie?
Right. It's
See you
just
next week. I love Wildin'. I love Wildin' Out. Good show. You know what I mean? Front row ticket. Nah, I don't like it like that. I ain't cute anyway. I don't look like one of them. Leave me over here.
So it's like when you talk about it, but it's like, so when you really break it down from the real angle on which polygamy is designed, then yeah, you can see there are a lot of Now listen, it's very beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be able to do it, and I know that you all like, Jay, you are really passionate about this. Are you?
I ain't
No,
gonna be able
I'm
to
not.
do it.
I don't share.
I'm not sharing.
But I do see
I don't want to share my food.
that, I do see that there could be a benefit for people that are open to it. Again, I'm not, but
I'm not.
It's something out there for everybody. And if it's done right, then I think that, a lot of people can definitely benefit from it. But fellas, you can't be sitting up here and being selfish and just only wanting to be the only husband, and you will only participate in that type of poly relationship, but you won't participate in a polygyny type of situation. Now, I'm just like, again, you can't be like that.
You know what I think?
What?
I think that if people hold the people accountable for the stuff that they spew out their mouth by saying, "Oh, really? You're in a you're a poly? What does that mean to you?
And what are you doing?"
I would love to know, like, if somebody said that to me, some of the stuff, like when they say I'm a high value man. Oh, you are. What does that mean to you? What makes you that?
Because the first thing they're gonna start saying is,
and when you don't agree with it, you walk away. Because you ain't even pick up a dictionary. You didn't even Google.
I call them these are I call them social media dudes, social media.
We should call them social media thumpers.
Yeah,
like a Bible thumper.
Yeah,
a social media
totally
thumper.
It's like everything. What is it? High value or simp or all of this other stuff that maybe see if you can exit out and then come back into it. But it's just like when you think all of this new crap that they're spewing on social media, it's just a bunch of social media throw up that people are spewing, and it's so detrimental to the Black family and the Black communities, like the bashing of men that take care of other men's kids. Oh, he a simp for doing that. I'm just like, what makes that man a simp?
We're a village. That's what the problem is now. The village gone.
Totally gone.
Nobody's participating. You see the little boy out there, he needs somebody. His daddy in jail or whatever. His daddy died or whatever the case may be. You won't even participate to just sit down.
And it's like, my thing is this. I'm not mad at a man that cannot, that says, you know what, I'm not going to take care of nobody else's kid. I'm not mad at that.
You don't have to take care of them.
And to me, that doesn't make you a bad man. No. It means that your heart is little. You don't have a big heart, because a man that has a big heart is able to love something or somebody that's not even his.
But
like he could, adopt a kid or anything. So it doesn't make you a bad dude. It just means that your heart is not operating at its full capacity. And it's okay with that. I mean, I look at it.
I hear you, but I wouldn't look at him and say his heart is little or it's not at a certain capacity. To take care of children is a lot. It's a lot. But you can love anybody. You can love a child. Loving a child and saying I can't take on responsibility for the child, to me, is two different things. Right. So he can love that child. He can be there for that child if that child needs somebody to talk to. Or like I had a guy say, look, your kids could call me anytime they get ready to. If they need somebody to talk to at 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm there for them. But you can't. And I understood that. And I would never call you that late. But I appreciate you for seeing the need. And we weren't even dating each other. I appreciate you for seeing the need that these little young men don't have a positive male role model in their life. And you were willing to step in. But to ask him to take them on, that's a whole nother thing of saying, be there. Now, if you trying to be all up in my hoo-ha and you want to be in a relationship with me, but you don't want to accept the responsibility of what I come along with, then to me, your mind ain't right. You got the wrong things going on, because everybody should know family is a package deal. You got to deal with my mama too, right, and my grandma.
And see, the thing is with that is like, so what? But what would make their hearts small and not operating at 100% is when you bash another man for doing it.
True.
So when you're saying that he's a simp for doing it and you can't do it, he's not a simp.
He's not a simp.
That's what makes their heart, in my opinion, small, and it's not operating at 100%. Because yes, even though it's not for you, why are you bashing a man that it is for?
His mind ain't right.
So it's just like, so again, it's just like different strokes, but it's like, again, you're in a poly relationship. So you're expecting her to take care of kids and love kids that are not biologically hers. They're your kids. So you can accept that. Again, let's flip it. She has kids by multiple men. Now, this is the only reason why I think that polygyny would not be that it's not that popular, because a woman can only have one baby a year, whereas it's more beneficial for the man to have multiple wives, because while you waiting on her one baby to bake, he got 5 of them baking at the same time. I
don't know why y'all waiting on these babies anyway. First of all, if you don't make $500,000 a year, you shouldn't even be having this conversation about being poly, because you can't take care of nobody. You should not. If you make $30,000 a year and you walking around talking about I'm a polyamorous man, you need to pray to a couple of different people, because Christianity ain't working out for you, or just being Muslim, whatever it is. I think that you should collectively pray to everybody to touch you and help you. You cannot afford to take care of people if you only make $150,000 a year. You can't afford it. You cannot do anything. Y'all walking around here with all these titles and all of these things that you want to do that you financially, mentally, physically are not prepared to do.
At all.
At all. So you mentally prepared to deal with 2 wives, 2 women on their cycle at 2 different times in a month. Y'all complain about us nagging because we said pick your drawers up off the floor.
And God forbid.
Put the toilet seat down. Now you got 3 women. Put the toilet seat down, Ben. Put the toilet seat down. Put the toilet seat down.
And God forbid that there be some commotion between the wives. And you got.
Because, baby, you're going to have to go find you a me for that. The one that's just going to hold her tongue and, you know.
What are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? And it's just like that. Also, it's like, what kind of leader are you? So now you got all these wives. You got all of this stuff going on. What are you doing? How are you leading? So I saw a post and she said that, you know, the guy, he's like, well, you know, I'm in a polygamous relationship and that keeps me from cheating. You, sir, are a cheater in an open relationship. You're not in a polygamous relationship. First of all, you're not even married.
You're in a agreed upon open relationship.
And there's a big difference. So again, do I think that polygamy, can it be beneficial? Should it be embraced?
And you don't even get to date. You don't get to date to see if you like that person.
It's set up.
The wife gonna go out, pinpoint her, like her. I like what she brings to the table. Let's take her back to the console. First of all, this ain't even an American tradition. This is something from the motherland that people are raised to be into. So they know how to carry themselves, how to act. These women know what they're getting themselves into. This is not an American way. Being a hoe is an American way.
Being a dog.
Being a dog.
For the streets.
Being for the streets. Being fecal matter. And being a... it's a lot of y'all out here that's running around acting like tilapia.
But you want to put it as...
You want to be a lobster. You out here trying to be, what's his name? You trying to be King Triton.
And listen, all along you a hamster on a hamster wheel, just running around, playing these games. And again, so it's like when you talk about polygamy, I mean, I think that, listen, a little respect needs to be put on that particular practice, because it's
a lot of respect
than what a lot of you horny toads are out here trying to make it be. You're trying to make it seem like it's some sexual free-for-all, some type of sexual freak fest, and it's really not.
It's not.
It's really not. It's really bigger than that. Again, I'm not a good candidate for it.
And you're putting down somebody else's culture. This is about someone's culture.
Mockery of it because of your cheating, philandering ways. Cheating and philandering has nothing to do with polygamy. So should polygamy be embraced? I mean, again, it's not for me.
No, me either.
It's not for me, but I think that for people that are open. Now, Jay, how can you talk about it? Because I can be biased, because I can do research and talk about and see the benefit of something and still mean that still know that it's not for me. But again, to just educate people on what it truly is, because again, it's being thrown around here just like it's just some casual freak fest.
And all the sisters just accepting it.
Well,
they
Dion Cole,
it.
he's in a polygamous relationship.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's screwing 2 women or 3 women or 5 women at the
that
same time.
That are in agreement
They're
to
not,
it.
And again, I have no problem with that. You can stick it in a socket with wet hands. I don't care. But it's not a polygamous relationship. And again, I just wanted to take this moment to just really kind of and that's just a brief.
You can't call an orange an apple and say it's an apple.
Yeah, because, and again, it's just a brief description on what a polygamous relationship is. But do your research and see, and listen, if that's, again, it's not looked upon and, it's not accepted here. But again, listen, as many people as identify with all kinds, listen, I identify as polygamous. Listen, whatever, all stuff.
That's what they're doing. They just identifying as it because they're not doing it.
Really having a threesome. So, guys, listen, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also, follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled
Jaye.
For all 3. While you at it, go right around the corner to YouTube. Boop, boop, boop. Like and subscribe
for hitting
the J Spot
the
Radio.
J Spot
Also go to TikTok
on IntellectualRadio.com.